The new year calls for new work trends to understand that will impact workers and businesses in 2022. Here to provide some timely insight is business expert and Daily Pay Chief Innovation and Marketing Officer, Jeannie Walden. Welcome, Jeannie.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, we're excited. And Jeannie, what do you see as some of the key issues facing workers and businesses this year?
You know, it comes down to two things. Workers and businesses are looking for financial and physical well-being this year. We've got a lot to deal with, and 2022 is the year to make it great.
All right, and speaking of 2022, what are some of the workplace trends you see for this year?
You know, the workplace has had to evolve throughout COVID, and now especially as the demand for workers continues to increase. A lot of companies have given up on ultimately everybody returning back to work and creating hybrid work schedules. The ability for people to remote work and the ability to have flexible schedules so people can take care of their families has been phenomenal. The other trends that we're starting to see is access to benefits that we haven't quite seen before, including access to your pay as you earn it, so you can choose to pay off a bill, avoid a payday loan, and start saving for the future instead of waiting 2 weeks for your paycheck. We've also started to see benefits around transportation credits, child care support, and even tuition reimbursement in some cases.
Yeah, I think a lot of these workplace trends have been very appealing for employees, and it's nice to see businesses kind of working around that to make it work. And even though we're talking about some of the pros, we have been hearing a lot about the Great Resignation. What is that exactly?
You know, the Great Resignation is when people started to ask themselves, is this really what I want to do with the rest of my life? Do I want to take a chance right now and try something new? And with so many companies having so many unfilled jobs, the opportunity is there. So as people are looking for new jobs, companies can expect that 1 out of 4 employees at every level of the company, from the front lines to the executive staff, are going to be leaving the company this year for another opportunity. Might be in the same industry, might be something totally different. But this means that businesses need to really stay focused and find ways to demonstrate that they're really valuing the employees that do stay.
Yeah, so what can businesses do to prevent to retain their workforce?
You know, it's going to be a challenge, but I'm recommending that every business start by looking inside their company to see what their workforce needs are. In some cases, if you've got a lot of college students or recent college grads, tuition reimbursement often helps. In other cases, if you're in more professional types of industries, giving people access to education that gets them to the next level so they can increase their salary is also a great benefit. Across the board, looking at different ways that will delight your employees and make them feel valued is what the goal is. So there's a lot of different options out there. Be creative, try everything, but most importantly, ask the workers. They know what they need.
Yeah, that's true. And how can new policies and technologies help healthcare companies manage their essential workers amid the uncertainty around the new COVID variants?
Gosh, well, it's not just the Great Resignation that's hitting the healthcare companies. It's also the fact that pre-COVID, a lot of healthcare organizations were understaffed by up to 20%. So automation and technology that removes the administrative burden away from anything that our healthcare heroes are doing is key. And that's really going to help move the healthcare industry into a place where they can focus on what they do best, save people's lives.
Jeannie, all these tips were so helpful. Thank you for joining us this morning. And for more information, visit dailypay.com.